Benjamin Utecht played tight end for the Super Bowl champion Indianapolis Colts before a concussion ended his football career. He joins us today to talk about life on and off the field. Welcome, Benjamin.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Oh, it's our joy to have you. Now, I know you're a tough guy.
Right.
All right. I mean, you don't play tight end if you're not a tough guy.
Sure.
But seriously, the concussions. One final concussion and you ended your career. Tell me about that last concussion.
Well, it's a scary situation. As we all know, concussions have really become the biggest injury in all of sports around the world, and rightfully so. I was in my 6th season in the NFL with the Cincinnati Bengals, and I was going into training camp in 2009, and I took my 5th documented concussion, and it was a scary time for us because it took me about 8 months to fully recover from that concussion, and that was a very trying period of time because we had to really take a tough look at my life as an athlete and just having started a family, really start asking some tough questions.
I would imagine so. Now, 5 concussions. I can't imagine
Right.
having one
I know it.
on the gridiron, but 5.
Yep.
This is affecting your life now, though, isn't it?
It is affecting my life now. You know, it's been a tough transition from the NFL into what I'm pursuing now, and really kind of having to start over, and also having to really go through the rehabilitation process of some of the consequences to those serious concussions.
What are the consequences?
Well, one of the issues that I've really had, especially after the last concussion, is dealing with some memory issues, short-term and long-term, that you would never expect out of a healthy individual.
Especially not your age.
Right, exactly. And so being a father now of 3 beautiful girls and a husband, you know, to an amazing wife, it's a scary thing to wake up and go throughout a day and not having memories that you should have. And you know, I've really had to kind of cope with how to handle that.
I would imagine so. After you'd had a couple of these, it would seem like your doctors would be telling you, Benjamin, we need to talk about your career.
Sure.
Maybe it's time to stop. Did they do that?
Not actually until the last concussion.
So it took the 5th concussion before they started to talk to you about your career.
It did, and you know, this is one reason why the NFL has been under such scrutiny for how they've handled concussions, because you would think that your reaction is correct, and that would be a discussion that I would have had with somebody, you know, multiple concussions earlier.
Yeah.
But you know, we've made so much movement and so many strides just recently in the last couple of years that the NFL has really started to turn these things around and you know, catch up with where they need to be.